Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of the Quicken Guide. Today we are going to deal with a common error that happens in Quicken when trying to download transactions from your financial institution or your bank, and that is error code CC-502. This morning, actually, I prepared to download my transactions from my bank, and I got the error code CC-502. So we are going to take a look at the error and what happens, and we are going to find out today how to resolve error code CC-502. Of course, the first thing that you would do or during the process, you'll click on your one-step update icon in order to update your transactions from your financial institution or your bank. Or some of you may click on tools, and then you'll come down and click on one-step update. Once you click on that, you will get your one-step update settings here. But of course, I choose not to update my transactions that particular way. I always click on the one-step update icon. It doesn't make a difference which one you decide to choose. You will always get to the same particular place. Now here where it says update, this is normally an arrow that's a circle. If you're using our previous versions of Quicken, the arrow here is actually blue, but in this case I'm using Quicken 2017 Home and Business, and the arrow is gray. But you can click here on the one-step update icon, or just as I said before, you can click on tools and then come down and click on one-step update. And there it will take you to the same exact place in order to find your one-step update settings. So now clicking on my one-step update, I'm going to update all of my accounts. I'm not going to update my E-Trade account today, so we're going to leave that password blank. And let's make sure the check mark is removed. If there are any accounts that you do not want to update, please make sure the check mark is removed. And if there are accounts that you need to update, make sure the check mark is there as well. So I will simply now click on update now, and let's see what happens to see if it's still going to give me error code CC-502. All right, here we go. We see here my credit card provider, which is for my local financial institution. They use a service called My Card Statement. This is the name of your financial institution here. Then right here, it'll tell you how many accounts are affected by the error. And then, as I always say, the error code is grayed out, and it's in brackets, and it's error code CC-502. Sometimes people don't know where to find the error codes at, but it can be found right here, grayed out in the brackets, error code CC-502. And the error simply says Quicken is unable to update your account. This may be due to a temporary server issue or a communication error. So what I normally do, I would go to Google and just do a simple search for Quicken CC-502, and let's go there and let's see. All right, and this is the error CC-502 page directly from the Quicken website. Error when updating accounts CC-502. And let's go ahead and go down to the first step. It says to fix this issue, step number 1, wait 1 business day. But some of you may have been experiencing this issue more than one particular day. If I personally encounter error code CC-502, I really try to go ahead and take the necessary steps to fix it. I'm kind of impatient, so I really don't wait the 1 business day unless I just really have to, because there really could be an issue of Quicken communicating with the bank servers, and sometimes the bank servers, they may be experiencing some updates or some maintenance or something like that. You can never tell. So, but the next thing on the instruction list, it says step 2, confirm that you're on the latest release of Quicken. And the way that we are going to confirm that we are on the latest release of Quicken, we will bring up our Quicken program. Let's go ahead and close out the error box, the one-step update summary. We'll close that out. If you're using Quicken 2014, you should be on release 9. If you're using Quicken 2015, you should be on release 11. If you're using Quicken 2016, you should be on release 8. And of course, I'm using Quicken 2017, and my software should be on release 2. The way that you're going to find out if you are on the correct release, you'll click on help and then come down and click on about Quicken. And it will give you the year version of your program. It'll give you the edition of the program. And then right below that, it's going to give you the release number. In Quicken 2017, it doesn't say release, it says version. But in previous years of Quicken, it should say release R. And then it's going to give you a release number here. So if you're using Quicken 2014, release 9, 2015, release 11, 2016 release 8, and of course I'm on Quicken 2017 and I am on release 2, so I am on the correct release. If you are not on the correct release, we see here on the page it gives us instructions on how to find out if you on how to update to the latest release of Quicken. You'll click on tools, then you'll click on one-step update. Let's go there real quick so I can just show you. There's tools, and then come down and click on one-step update. And then typically when this page comes up above your above the list of your financial institutions right in this area here, you'll see a box that is going to offer you an update. So from time to time, you just may want to check that just to make sure that you're that you are on the latest release. You never know how Quicken will release the releases, and but always check to make sure that you are on the correct release of the program. And if there is a download update, a new release, all you have to do is click on the download button, and it's going to download the release and it's going to install it for you as well. Let's pop back over to our instructions here. All right, and of course we did click on tools, one-step update. Then we clicked on update now. And then step number 3, if an update is available, Quicken displays a window that describes what's in the update as well as brief instructions for downloading the update. So, all right, that's good there. All right, so let's go back to the Quicken program. We're on the latest release, and we're on the latest release, and we're going to close this out here. So, since we're on the if you are on the latest release, or if you had to do the update, we're going to go ahead and move on to step number 3. And in step 3 today, it says refresh your online account information. And step number 1 tells us to open the transaction register for the account with the error message. Step number 2, click the gear icon on the upper right of the register and select update now. Step number 3, follow the on-screen instructions to complete the update. Step number 4, repeat these steps for each account with this error. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to select the account that is having the issue. And of course it is my my Armed Forces credit card. And most of the time when you do an update, you click here or you go to tools, and then you'll click on one-step update. But this update that we are going to do is just a little bit different. It is going to refresh the online settings for your particular bank. So we're going to go all the way over here to the right. Now in Quicken 2017 is just a little different. In this area right here, there's a gear icon here. In Quicken 2017, it's not there. But if you're using Quicken 2014, Quicken 2015, or Quicken 2016, you will see a gear here. But you want to come down to the second gear, or if you're using Quicken 2017, come down to the first gear, and there's a little down pull arrow here. You're going to click here, and then you're going to click on Update Now. Then you're going to get a small box, rectangular box that comes up with the name of your financial institution here. Make sure there's a check mark here, and also on this side, the right side of the box, if it's asking you for a password, please put that password in. So let's simply click on Update Now, and let's see if we're going to clear out error code CC-502. All right, in this case, error code CC-502 did not clear out. As some of you may have experienced that before, especially if you have gone through those instructions. But we're going to try some more troubleshooting steps to see if we can get rid of error code CC-502. Let's go ahead and let's click on Close. And we are going to click on Tools. Now, these steps that we're going through, they are not listed on the instruction page directly from Quicken, but these are other steps that you need to take in order to rectify this issue. If it doesn't, if the issue is not resolved, once we go through this particular step, I will give you a couple of more things that you would need to do in order to see if there's something going on with your financial institution, or it could be something that's happening with your Quicken file as well. So let's click on Tools. Then we're going to click on Account List. Then let's go down to the account that's in question. In my case, it is Armed Forces credit card. So I'm going to click on Edit. Then I'll come up and click on Online Services, and then let's click on Deactivate, and let's confirm the deactivation there. Once the deactivation is complete, the button should change to where it says Set Up Now, regardless of what kind of account you have that you downloaded from the bank. Once you deactivate, you should get a Set Up Now button. Sometimes it may appear that it's going through the deactivation process, but you may get a message that says you need to accept some transactions or something to that effect. So make sure that you read those instructions very carefully if it's asking you to do something else before you deactivate that account. But you need to make sure that once you deactivate, that this button does not say deactivate again, but it does in fact say Set Up Now. Once that's done, let's click on OK. Then let's click on Done. Once you click on Done, this is something, this next step is something I make a habit of when trying to rectify an issue that I'm having with my Quicken program. I always validate and repair my file. Why do I always validate and repair my file after deactivating the account? Sometimes there may be some damage in your file, or your file could be, I could be going through the beginning stages of the Quicken file being corrupt, and you want to make sure that you clear out any damage that's in your Quicken file to make sure that you can get a successful connection. The way that you're going to validate the file, you're going to click on File, come down, click on File Operations, and then let's click on Validate and Repair. Then you're going to put a check mark by Validate File. Then you're going to click on OK, and then if there are some transactions that you may have put in that did not save all the way, just click on Save. Now the file is validating. Most of the time, a file validation should take between 2 and 5 seconds. But if there's some damage there or something like that, it may take a little longer. In some cases, it can take a real long time, especially if your file is very large. Wow. Let's see what's going on here. Once the file has finished validating, you're going to come up with a report, and I have no read errors. No errors at the top. Okay, looks like everything is good. Everything is fine here. But on this particular report, if something is wrong with your file, it will give you a list of different transactions and different things that's going on in your file. One thing that I look for on this report, it is the word damage. And if the word damage is on that file, your file, in fact, could be experiencing some damage. And Quicken did try to repair it, but sometimes it doesn't repair all of the damage. So let's go ahead and let's close this box out here. Once that box is closed out, then let's click on Tools. Let's click on Account List. Then we're going to go back and reactivate this account. And I'm dealing with my Armed Forces credit card. So let's click on Edit here. Then click on Online Services. Then click on Set Up Now. All right. Then you'll put in your username and your password. If you save passwords to your vault, click on Save Password. Then you'll be prompted for your Intuit ID and password here. Key all of that in. Sign in. In some cases, it may ask you for a 6-digit code. All right. Once that's complete and you've signed in with your Intuit ID for your security and verification, then click on Connect. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Okay, so we are saying, oops, there is a connection problem, error CC-502. All right, so I'm thinking there is an issue with my credit card provider that provide my transactions for me. And you may be experiencing the same thing as well. If you think that something else is happening, something else is going on, the next thing that you should do, it is to create a test file. In fact, to see if something is going on with your Quicken file, or if there's an issue at the financial institution. Now, when we create the test file, what we are looking for is when we add this particular account in, is it going to actually connect? If it connects and it does not give us the error code CC-502, that means there is an issue with the file. That simply means your file is damaged or your file is corrupt. Now, in this particular segment, I don't want to get into a lot about damaged files or corrupt files, but that is something that's very serious. That's serious if you value your data as well. So, and the next thing is, if we once we create the test file, if there is an error there, if the error code CC-502 does persist, that means that there is an issue at the bank. So in my case, I don't want to create a brand new file. I'm hoping that there is an error that is at the bank. So that means that in the next day or so, it's going to fix itself. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and cancel this. Let's close this out. Click on yes. Then we'll click on done. Then we're going to create a test file. We'll click on File, New Quicken File. Please make sure that the top one is selected. Then you'll click on OK. And for your test file, we're just going to name it Test. Name it Test, and I'll say Sunday, because today's Sunday, Test Sunday. Then we'll save the file. The next thing that's going to happen, you'll be asked to sign in with your Intuit ID again. A lot of people, they don't like to keep signing in with their Intuit ID, but it's just a part of the process. All right, let's sign in here. All right, we are signed in, and since this is a test file, I make sure that I don't use mobile. If you make a mistake and click use mobile and you do in fact use mobile, it could very easily erase all of your data that's over on your mobile device that is connected with your Quicken app, okay? So don't use mobile. Then let's click on next. It's taking a little while today. All right, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to click on add account. Now, we'll know if you're using Quicken 2014, once you get through this particular process, it is not going to ask you to sign in with your Intuit ID. It's not going to ask you to sign in with your Intuit ID, and it's not going to ask you to add an account. But once you click on Get Started in Quicken 2014 and try to add the account, what's going to happen once you put in the name of your financial institution and try to connect, it's going to toss you out and let you know that you need to register the software, or in fact sign in with your Intuit ID. Once you get signed in with your Intuit ID in Quicken 2014, then you can come back and add that account for your test account, okay? So I'm going to select the type of account that I'm using, which is credit card. Then I'm going to type in the name of my financial institution. Even though my credit card is with Armed Forces Bank, the provider that provides the transactions to Quicken is my card statement. My card statement, and there it is on my list. So I will select it. Then I will put in my username. And then I'll put in my password. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to say the password. Just like I said, this is a test file, and I'm just trying to get information about what's happening with my program. Then I click on connect. And let's see what's going to happen today. It's taking a while to connect. I'm thinking the error. Okay, here we go here. So we're going to click on add. It's already on add. We don't need to link it because there are no other accounts here. And it's giving me all the information concerning my account. So let's click on next. All right, so it added the account in. And here is my account. And then I have my transactions here at the bottom. Then I'm going to click on accept all here. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here, because of course the account is added in successfully, but let's see if it's going to update like it is supposed to update, okay? Now let's click on update, put in my password, and let's click on update now. And let's see if we're going to still get the error code CC-502. And we, in fact, did not get error code CC-502. So this is what I was hoping was not going to happen. Okay, because this means I may have some damage in my Quicken file because I was able to successfully add the account in Quicken and then perform the update as well. So everything is complete. So let's click on close here. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, there's one more step that we're going to take in order to try to clear out error code CC-502, okay? So we're going to click on File, and we're just going to come down to number 2 and click here to go back to our original Quicken file. All right, then let's go up and let's click on Tools. Let's click on Account List. Then we're going to come down and we're going to come down to the Armed Forces credit card. Then we're going to click on Edit. Then click on Online Services. And it still says Set Up Now because the last time when we tried to reactivate the account, it would not activate for us, okay? I just want to make sure, in fact, that we were on Set Up Now before we make this next step. Click OK here. Then click on Done. All right, now we're going to try to re-add the account. We are not going to delete the account, but we're going to re-add the account to make sure that we can get the proper settings back into our Quicken file, okay? So the next thing that we're going to do, if you're using Quicken 2014, 2015, or using Quicken 2016, down on the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see where it says add an account. So click on add an account there. If you would, in my case, if you're using Quicken 2017, you just click on the plus sign right here, or you can click on Tools and then click on Add Account. There are several ways you can add an account, and those are the 3 ways. The way that I prefer clicking on the plus sign. Then I would choose credit card, and then I'll type in the name of my financial institution, which is the provider for Armed Forces Bank, which is my credit card statement. Put in my username, my password. All right, I'm going to save the password since I am in my original Quicken file. Once you click on Save Password, it may ask you for your Vault password, or it's going to ask you for your Intuit ID. For my Vault password, I use my Intuit ID password. All right, let's click on Sign In. Then we're going to click on Connect. And let's see what happens here. Hopefully we'll have some success. It's taking a minute. All right, here we go. This is a good sign. So what happens here, remember on the test file, it said add. Once we try to re-add this account, it's going to say add again. Now, this is where you need to be very careful, because what happens if you select for it to add again, it's going to re-add the account. But you don't want to do that because you're going to have 2 accounts with the same information there. But you want to come right here and click on the down pull arrow, and you want to select link to existing Quicken account. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to give you the account that it should be linked to. Or if you have several credit cards there, it may have all of the cards listed. So since my credit card is listed here, I'm going to link it to the account, and it simply says link. You want to if you are in your original file, make sure that those accounts are linked and not added, okay? Now we're going to click on next, and let's see how much success we have in getting this account fully added into our Quicken program. All right, so now let's click on finish. It looked like it added successfully. Click finish. All right, so now we are going to try to do a one-step update to see if we're going to get error code CC-502 again. We should not get error code CC-502 again, but we are going to see. I will simply come up, click on my one-step update icon. All right, and I'm not going to update the rest of them. So since I'm not updating the rest of these because I'm not having an issue with them, I'm just going to select my credit card, which is my card statement, and we'll remove that check mark as well. Then let's click on update now. It says complete, and look here, my card statement, everything is complete, everything was successful, and error code CC-502 went away. So it takes a little time to get rid of error code CC-502, but if you take the steps that I have instructed you on, you should be successful in getting rid of error code CC-502, and you should be able to download your transactions as well. One thing that I really wish that the article that's at the Quicken website, I wish it had those steps there as well, but through trial and error, I found out how to fix most of the issues that people would have in Quicken. And you know, it is just my passion and it is my desire to make sure that people out there, they know how to fix their Quicken program. Now, hands down, Quicken, it is the best personal finance software that's out there, but it has a lot of problems and issues as well. Those problems and issues, they can be fixed, and that is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you fix the issues that you experience on a day-to-day basis with your Quicken program. And there are some things that I know that's not listed on the Quicken website. Some things, you know, some back doors that you can go through to make sure that everything is working properly. Now, one thing that I would have been scared of really is that if I would have updated after re-adding the account and I still got error code CC-502, that means my data file is probably damaged and or it is corrupt. And we're going to talk about that in another segment here on the Quicken, guys. So I hope this video was helpful to you on today. One thing that I need you to do for me, three things I need you to do for me today. If you have any more questions or concerns about any errors you're getting in your Quicken program, please comment below. Leave your comment. I will be reading those and I can reply to those. And if there's something I need to make a video on, I will do that for you as well. The next thing I need you to do, I need you to like this video. Let's go and like the video. The third thing I need you to do, click on subscribe, because when updates come out or something different come out or there's something new that I learned about the program, I want to relay that information to you. I want to make sure that you can use Quicken to the best of your ability. Like me, I use it every day. I depend upon it. I don't have to log into all of my banks and all that kind of stuff like that, but I can use this one program right here to get everything in and to get a snapshot of what's going on with my finances. So I want to make sure that you can do the same thing that I do. Remember, leave your comments, leave your questions. I want to help you. Number 2, like this video. Number 3, click on the subscribe button below, because I want to make sure that we can stay in touch and I can help you with the technical issues that you're having with your Quicken program. Well, thanks so much for watching today's edition about error code CC-502. I hope it was helpful to you. And until the next time with the Quicken Guy, you have a great day.